Io non sono assolutamente islamico, né ho alcun interesse a diventarlo. Tuttavia, bisognerebbe fare una ricerca sulla provenienza del cosiddetto terrorismo islamico. Da dove viene questa concezione? Quando è nata? E se vi dicessi che c'entra Benjamin Netanyahu? Eh sì, proprio lui, sempre lui. L'idea di terrorismo islamico fu popolarizzata dalla Jonathan Institute Conference, nella conferenza appunto dell'Istituto Jonathan nel 1984. E il coinvolgimento di Benjamin Netanyahu ce lo spiega il professor David Miller, uno stimato esperto in islamofobia e sionismo. Sentite che cosa ha da dire e commentate cosa ne pensate. Fate girare.
Benjamin Netanyahu helped create, popularize the idea of Islamic terrorism. It wasn't Western experts, it wasn't the CIA, it wasn't MI6, it was Benjamin Netanyahu. And this idea of Islamic terrorism came to replace the previous notions which were dominant in the West of Soviet terrorism, or indeed in the case of the UK, Irish terrorism. It became the case by the late 1990s that the predominant view in the West was that the main form of terrorist threat came from Muslims. But where did this idea of Islamic terrorism come from? The place it really started was in 1984 in Washington, D.C. There was a conference by an organisation called the Jonathan Institute, which for the first time had a panel talking about Islamic terrorism. This was the second Jonathan Institute conference. They'd had a previous one in 1979 in Jerusalem, but they hadn't really mentioned Islamic terrorism there. So 1984 is the time it starts. But what was the Jonathan Institute? It was named after an Israeli paratrooper who was killed in the Israeli raid on Entebbe in the 1970s. There's a hijacked aircraft in Entebbe. They raided the aircraft and he was killed. And the Jonathan Institute was created by his brother. Does anyone know his name? His name was Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu helped create, popularize the idea of Islamic terrorism.